All right. Yeah, I totally understand that. Well, to be honest, for the streams, even with everything, I mean, we don't necessarily need to go into it here, but I just put down that I would do it to be determined on Friday, just because. I mean, I don't know how that day is going to go, and I mean, it's much less of a thing on my end versus yours and so on, but it's still something that the stream is a small comparison to, so it's like there's a lot of stuff going on, so hopefully we'll be able to get things figured out on all accounts. Really just hope really hope to feel better too on top of that. Yeah, because this was going on yesterday too, and it felt bad because like it's the one day I don't do anything and all that stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, spitting that with the bad throat and everything. Well, yeah, and yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, one call and what that call could be, obviously, is far more important. But yeah, and they'll just have to deal with that. Everywhere. God damn it, Scarlet. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Right in the mitochondria, right? This is a mitochondria percent. Wanted to say I appreciate that, man. This is gonna be a tougher run to finish to top, though. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible because it's definitely not, but I'm just mean, like, you know, last time I played this, I got like a 15-minute PB or something, and I'm not seeing us quite do that. It'd be great, but... Hey Mids, hey Talon, how are you? Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I did last time. I totally tanked this fight. Nice. Doing good, just chilling after being out and about. Very nice. I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling the best. Like, I had a really sore throat. I was just sinus stuff. So it's may not be a very long stream tonight, but and everything's going well otherwise. Just one of those things, you know. But I figure at the very least, ideally just be able to make it through a run of this and be enough for a night. If we get that sought after sub 3 hours. Or is indeed collect one. I know it's counting, but I wanted to make sure I actually had it selected. One thing it's easy to do, you go to split or whatever and have the have something else clicked on and it won't register. I still don't quite get the sound effects of the rats, but oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I do hope to get new emotes at some point, but that one will always have a special place on the channel just for how bizarre it is. Yeah, really, because believe it or not, I used to play RPGs every week. Every weekend we would do, I did a retro night on Saturdays, and went through a good number of RPGs from the PS1 era, and of course Final Fantasy IX was one of those, and that with some photoshopping skills was a result of that. Alright, we need a bit of luck here. This fight, sometimes she can tend to want to move around a lot. We kind of want her to just stay put and try and use her ranged attack. Sometimes she can fly around, and the result of that is me missing a lot of attacks. Since you're using the club at this point in the run, because it's not all that much weaker than the gun, and it saves you some ammo here in the early game. There we go, that's what I want. Nice. Nice. And that's about as good as that's going to get, unless there's just another method to luring her that I am not aware of, but... And that was nice. Turn my TV up a little bit. I hope the volume is good, by the way, for everyone. Just occurred to me I didn't really get to check it, or I didn't think to check it, because we're playing Bloodstained on Saturday, so that's going to be different than this game is. Hopefully it's not too bad, though. Play it safe. Go ahead and heal there. Nice. Okay. Ah, you jumped again. All right. So before we follow the little girl, we go up here. Down here, there should be an offense upgrade. Good enough. Oh God, what, Matt? What in the world could you possibly want now? With Dusty Baker? No, I have not. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's interesting. Somehow I can imagine him mentioning he knows Hank Aaron. That's the only thing I could think about for him coming on a show like that. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. If that's the case, then I can live with all that. Yes, Ryu. Oh. What? Look at the damage rolls in this game, though. That's crazy. The first it did like 19, that one did 31. Yeesh. I'm doing okay. I don't want to say I'm sick, but I'm having sinus related issues. Very, very sore throat, stuff like that. But beyond that, I'm doing very well. There we go. That was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty good day one. Beyond having to heal that one time, but oh well. Yeah, that's what I'm sure it is. Mind then, I probably like snored a couple times, like when I was asleep. Oh, it makes for a bad combination. That's alright, we can get a run of this game in, and Yeah, that'd be enough. We'll roll into tomorrow, hopefully feeling better. Oh no, we're in the red already. Dang, by a lot, that gator must have taken... The weekend was fine. I essentially did nothing all weekend. Or wait, I played Bloodstained on Saturday. That game was amazing. Yeah, that was great. The RE2 DLC was garbage, though. That was kind of a bummer. But I played Bloodstained. Yeah, that game is incredible. And, Sunday was literally like I did nothing all day. That was pretty good. It's garbage. It's just like the hunk crap. It's like playing hunks mode, only you're using different characters. That's all it is. Which to me is a huge letdown. I was expecting story content, and it turned out to be just the arcadey crap, and I could care less about that. I tried the Kendo one a few times, and then I tried the each other one once just to say we tried them, and that was it. That mode is garbage. Hunk mode. There is no hunk story. Like, there's no story to it. It's a umbrella team that goes in to steal the G-Virus, Perkin kicks the shit out of them, and then they run away. I mean, that is all it is. Yeah, there isn't need to be anything else. That's why it's just a mini game. But unfortunately, they waste Kendo's story potential, Mayor's daughter story potential, and yeah, it's like on just doing more of that. It's no, there's not much. I mean, if you're making an arcadey gimmick style of it, there's only so much you can do. Like, there's no stuff to do it with, really. Thank you for the work, man. And yeah, it's like, whatever. I mean, I don't particularly care. I was just bummed because I like I said, the Kendo stuff was like the best scene in the entire game, in the single player game. So I was hoping we were gonna get to see like what led up to us meeting him in the main game, not some what if scenario. Great. But yeah, you are not missing much. There are special poison zombies in the Kendo one. There's these special, like, I don't know, like, regenerating ones in the Mayor's Daughter one. And then body armored one in the Stars or Umbrella Soldiers one. And it's like, But really, it's just run to a point, and that's feels bad, man. Dinosaurs? Thank goodness we won't be seeing any of them, right? Good old Dr. Clamp, everybody's favorite. Oh god, day 2. Day 2 is the worst. There's just so much nothing going on in it. Then it's got the worms boss fight on top of that. Ugh. Smash, smash. A little bit of overstep there, that's okay. Thank you for the work, Ryu. Alright, hopefully that menuing wasn't too bad. That's where a lot of the work is in this run, though. Nice. No poison. That was bad. Obviously, you want to skip past taking the junk. And I knew those birds always drop that too. Got a little mash happy. Little light on supplies there, but can't control it all, you know. Regardless of how much you may want. Stop! He's not gonna stop. Oh, nice. Okay, back out. Then we head down. Take the left past this. I need to make sure I grab the tool here because we did not get one in one of the boxes earlier. You have like an 80 to 20, I believe it is, % chance between getting one or not getting one. Fortunately, I got ammo instead, so we gotta make a slight detour here. Oh man. At first, for some reason, this is a lot later than I thought it was, further down the road than I thought it was. Alright, nice. Some crits here. Okay, cool. Nice. Alright. Farm time. Hey, Flame Purge. You wouldn't even be able to turn on the game if that was the case. So yeah, I hope you're having a good night, Flame Purge. Good to see you again. Ah, nice, nice. How are you liking it? Is it oh thank God I'm almost over, or it's a shame I'm almost done. This has been pretty good kind of situation. Nice. I like it a lot. The fan translation is hot garbage, and I'm documenting all the errors in it. There are many. Oh, so that's adding to your time a lot, I bet then. Game is super interesting though. I went in entirely blind. Oh, okay. Oh, hell yeah, man. Very nice. And sorry the translation's so bad, but yeah, hopefully you taking note of it, and you know, I assume you'll forward your notes in or whatever, and you know, hopefully it can get fixed in another. They like redo it or whatever. But above all, I'm glad you're finding it interesting and everything. Because in a series like that, I would worry that it would be harder to do that by the time you get to a 4th entry. But then again, there are plenty that have done it, but plenty that start to struggle. Yeah, no, it's just the okay, gotcha. So going back and forth. Oh, 4 tells the plot confusingly with a really strange zapping system. So going back and forth. Okay. So yeah, it's spinning a lot of plates to make it work. So I can see where they probably would have some trouble. It's a shame that that Tecmo couldn't do something to help that. I assume it's still Tecmo. I don't know who makes those, to be honest. There's a Namco. Hell, I don't remember. Thought it was Tecmo. It's all said and done though, hopefully the fan translation won't be an issue anymore, to be honest. I think Tecmo should port it to the Switch. Hey, I'm all for that. I'm all for the true survival horror games making it over here. I did see somebody playing 5, maybe it must have been 5. Or it could have been 4. I thought it was one that was on the it was on the Wii U. That would have been 5 then. Hell, but it looked cool and everything, but I had no idea what the hell was going on. I mean, that's the thing, you know, watching a game like that on here can be difficult anyway. Maiden of Blackwater, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's some good channels for stuff like that. I think it's just called Survival Horror Network. The guy does the highest of quality video capturing and all that stuff, and his editing is spot on. And he doesn't have commentary, so I don't know how you'd feel about that, but his stuff is really good. And I know he's played 1 through 3 of the Fatal Frames. I don't know if he's done. Yeah, I didn't think he probably would for something like that. Yeah, he doesn't do any, like I said. He might have those games on there, though. He has some pretty random stuff. And it's a really good channel, though. It's either just SHN or Survival Horror Network, though. It's pretty good. But that's where I watch a lot of games. Like, I watched just some ones that I probably figure I wouldn't want to really play myself. One called Perception was pretty cool that he did. You know, I've watched his Silent Hill playthroughs, even though I'll play them myself. But definitely worth the time. Alright, nice. We saved some good time there. We're back in it. Mitochondria percent. I was trying to think of some way to make these somewhat like the titles for streams like this interesting, because this isn't exactly the big draw-in game, especially like compared to like when I play something like Remake or one of the bigger games I play. This one not quite the same way, so I always try to at least say something like, "What the hell is he talking about? What's this?" type of deal. Oh, the fact he opens fire on the door from that far away, no less, and everything. And are you really a cop? Alright. Run on around here. Go up to the pharmacy side now. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. I saved a lot of time there just now because I didn't accidentally run back to the street like I did last time. Mitochondria percent though. Smash, mash. All the mashing. Thank you for wasting inventory space. Always appreciated, Maeda. Extra fight and an extra bird. Nice. Lots of junk on this playthrough, it's crazy. Hopefully it kind of levels out when we get towards the end. Doesn't feel like we're getting anything. Alright. Alright, time for Shiva. This is going well. Wow, really? I can't. I'm surprised I didn't get away from that. Stop healing, you bitch. Healing is bad luck. Nice. Very nice. And time to go find Maeda. All the way up to the 3rd floor. Don't you think it could go a bit faster? Nah, not really. How's it going, Jakal? Really? Ah, gotcha. Still trying to come up with what you're gonna play next? Options and they're all great. Well, that's a good thing. Hey, Thrax. I'm doing pretty well, man. How are you tonight? Doing good? That's what I like to hear. I should have went back out the way I went in. Oh. I do see the predicament. Boy, I was gonna say, like, when I was first, like, reading that, I saw Wind Waker, so I'm, like, instantly thinking that's the one I would say, but then I see Yakuza 0 there, and it's like, dude, that is a tough choice. Have you played Yakuza 0 before? Or, well, Yakuza in general? We'll just say that. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, man, that's a difficult list. If I had to pick one game, let's say, to play for the rest of my life from that list, I easily probably take Wind Waker HD. But damn, dude, is that difficult. Because Yakuza is awfully good, is really good. Or I think it is anyway. Man. It's a great problem to have. I can say that much. But geez, that's a tough choice. Part of me wants to say... Now, I don't want to sound like I'm putting words in your mouth here, but part of me wants to say you should do Wind Waker, because you got Burnout on Breath of the Wild, so maybe doing another one that's you'd prefer more would be better. Again, I don't want to, you know, like, I don't want to put words in your mouth there, though, but, you know, it gives you a good discussion launch point, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Good, just wait and bundle the good with it. It'd be an interesting follow-up to Shenmue, because, I mean, obviously they do share a lot of similarities, but then again, do you want to pile on games like that in a row? Yakuza's interesting on stream, though, because the problem is, I think a lot of the audience has trouble following it, the story, because of the subtitles. But they love the action. So it's a weird game on here. Plus, of course, there's so much weird crap in general that goes on in those. I had the infamous clip of me liking to be whipped because of it. Ugh. If you're asking me what I would want to see, I'd probably go Wind Waker. But man, you gotta, that's the choice you gotta make, because it is not easy. It's a good list. Oh god, and I can only imagine the, hopefully it didn't happen, but I can picture the Breath of the Wild folks wanting to be like, almost like if you were playing a Dark Souls game, where you could get that level of backseating, or you're doing it wrong, and the ever-swaying opinions of how it's the greatest game ever versus how it's where it probably is, where it's a good game. That, let's keep it in perspective, people. I can see a lot of those types of discussions coming from that game to possibly a frustrating extent. Really bad of me there. .3D Dot Heroes. I actually have that game. I've always wanted to. I've never actually played it, oddly enough, but I do own it. It'd be an interesting choice, because Kingdoms of Amalur, which is an underrated game. It's a shame that that studio went belly up. And Final Fantasy X's a classic, so I mean that's always a good choice. The big thing with 10 for me, I always just say, is if it's been long enough between seeing that story or not, for that to be fairly fresh. But that's a great. I know the purists don't like it because it's a little more linear or whatever, but who cares? Yeah, there you go. Boy, it's hard for me not to say do that one then, just for all the reasons you mentioned. You mentioned though doing an RPG. I'm actually thinking of doing an RPG this weekend, or starting one. I'm breaking up what I usually do. Maybe help the channel expand to some new people and whatnot, and. Yeah. I'm a Final Fantasy 13 apologist. I can't say anything. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't like about that game, believe me. I'm nowhere. It's like Resident Evil 6, though, where if you focus on what the game actually does well, which to me, I think the combat is pretty good. I like the role changes and the way that's all worked in and whatnot. If you focus on that side of it, it's really not bad. You know, much like RE6. But, I like the first one actually better than 2, to be honest. But my issue with 2 was the fact that, for one, they forced that story to go on a lot more than I realized. I hadn't finished the first one until the second one was already released. And then I realized how they went about keeping that story going, and I'm like, really kind of stretched into here. Big Boss coming in, subbing with the Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I think, like, I like the first 2 13 games. I never played Lightning Returns, though. It was one I just never got around to. I own it. But I think a lot of those games, like 10-2 is another one. where if you look at what it does well, it's actually not so bad. I mean, I'd say it's even pretty good, but there's a lot of folks that have issue with them. Been really enjoying the content. I thank you. That means a lot, man. It really does. I'm glad you have been. Yeah, I'd love to see an upgraded 13. I mean, I played it on 360, and it's a good-looking game to begin with. So I'm sure, like, I mean, it probably will, I'd imagine, look quite good. That's where I'm trying to get to. Oh man, that's unfortunate. By the way, for anybody wondering about the channel this week, we're going to be doing something of the Big 12 challenge. For those that don't know, it's like you take 12 hours to learn a speedrun, and at the end of it, you see how well you did. So we're going to kind of be doing that. Let's see what frustrating fight. Doesn't shoot the stupid poison thing. Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that starting tomorrow with Bloodstained, which is what I played on Saturday. We're going to be doing that tomorrow and Wednesday, and probably into Thursday a bit. Friday stream is to be determined right now, due to potential family stuff happening, that I might have to cancel stream, so yeah, we'll just have to see there. Saturday kind of is going to be affected by that possibly as well. We're going to have to see how it all kind of unfolds. Yeah, but let me go on update real quick. I'm always watching. Hey man, I really appreciate that, Big Boss. It does mean a lot, you know. I definitely love doing this. You know, I try to get better at it as, you know, time goes on and all that stuff, and always great to meet more and more people as well. Okay, I got you. Good on them, though, man. And as long as there aren't any like random issues with it, like there aren't many issues with the backwards compatibility there, like there are if you play like an Xbox game on the 360. Like, you know, we were talking about a bit last night about some of those games can have issues. That isn't the case on the one, is it? I haven't heard of it, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. Taking a lot of damage this run. Then again, I'm moving right through. Okay. But that's good to hear. I am very happy to hear that. No matter what, you have to pick up both these files or you're guaranteed to take the junk, which is annoying. I'm going to use these to get them out of the way. Okay, yeah, that's good to hear. I'm very happy to hear that. Rare replay had a couple issues with sense of element iron. Okay. Yeah, that's tremendous news. Nice. Wow, that was really good. Banjo, oh, nuts and bolts. Another popular franchise game that gets a bit ragged, but I question if it deserves it. Its biggest fault is that it's different. Oh wow, dude, that went really well. They get addressed very quickly. Good. So they don't just slap it in there and slap it on there and just say, "Yeah, it's good." Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, pretty much on all accounts there. I put a lot more time into that game than I ever thought I would. Just didn't. Oh, okay, gotcha. Really, game? You had to use the auto potion there? There's one problem with it. I didn't need to use it there. Oh well.
Yeah! Yes, Cosmany! Cosmany! Go!
Hey, Austinetic, how are you? Thank you for the 20 bits. Very much appreciated. Bum 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 bum. How are you today, Austinatic? Talk, 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 talk. Smash, 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 smash. Talk, 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 talk. Smash, 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 smash. Nice. Very nice. Used to date a girl that was parasitic. Ugh. Sadly, it can be like that. Yeah, I don't know how long we'll be running this game. Like, right now I'm liking it as a once a week thing. It works pretty well, especially on Mondays or Tuesdays, because those are nights I generally have to start later and everything like that. But the goal is to get 3 hours on it. Getting close to that. Still got some work to do, but you know. Well, there you go. Damn cats. Don't worry, that's not annoying or anything. I do wish the cured blindness thing would give you at least immunity from like the immediate next attack. Because it kind of, well, it doesn't. And so you could actually get not stack blinded, but like let's say you cure it, you could get blinded right back again like the very next second. It can be kind of frustrating. Wait, there. Is it nothing? Nice. Damn bats. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. That is the end of the bats, though. No more poison or blindness of all things. You'd think they'd like leech you or infect you with rabies or some shit. No, they use their sonar beam. It doesn't exactly make sense, but then again, I'm probably overthinking things a bit. I'm considering sense and whatnot. Hey, Daikin, how's it going? How are you? How has it been? That ammo. We're going to need it. I'm doing alright. Dealing with some sinus issues right now, but beyond that, everything's actually been going pretty well. Yeah, just keeping on doing what we're doing, you know? No, I do too. Yeah, I actually been playing this once a week for about a month now, and because I love doing the speedrun of it, because while there is a lot of text stuff and whatnot in it, doing like what I am now, the dungeons, if you will, of the game are amazing to play, and it's such a good game. Very underappreciated game at that. I'd rather just take the hit there and move on. Alright, we do have our toughest fight of the game here, probably. Maybe not the toughest, but it's right there. You gotta be very careful, you can get yourself into trouble quick, that's for damn sure. And that is the centipede. This guy can poison you, and he can hit you very hard. Good. Plus he can get good high damage rolls like that right there, where he'll suddenly do 88 as opposed to 59, but you know, that's the way it is. So between the way this thing moves and the fact that there's random targeting, you can see where it can get a little frustrating. You don't get to choose, like, the way the gun is built is the most powerful way and efficient way to, not efficient, but it is the most powerful way to get through the run. Problem is, there's no targeting to it. You're gonna miss a hell of a lot of shots. Thank you for that. Thank you for the GGs. Much appreciated. Yeah, overall that went pretty well. I can't complain. For as difficult as it is, sometimes it's just gonna be... The real troubles came when he blinded me. So I could basically just had to wait it out, but otherwise that went fairly well. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the game here, though. About to change discs. They have really the museum is the only big thing left. That and a bunch of cutscenes. Favorite game to speedrun is probably Resident Evil HD Remaster. The remake of 1. The Jill 100% category. Either that, well, I'll say this, it would be Resident Evil 7 if the game didn't take forever to get going. Like the Mia section and whatnot at the beginning. If you could somehow just speed that along, that would be my favorite speedrun. But, Yeah, I'll say it's HD remaster. Hoping to find something that can take its place. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I like this one, but it's too long. Evil Event, I really like the first 10 chapters. If I would just be able to run that, it might be my favorite, but 11 through 15 drag it down fast. So yeah, hoping to find something though. We're actually going to be doing a I don't know if you're aware of the 12-hour challenge, which is a speedrunning thing. It's actually technically went on this past weekend, and I was kind of not aware of it. I'm aware of the event, but I wasn't aware that it was going on this weekend. And, well, I'm going to be taking part in it, but it'll be this week, starting tomorrow. And I'm going to be doing Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. And, if you have not seen that game, it is an homage to Castlevania and insanely fun. I played it for the first time Saturday. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to learn this game. So, we're going to do a 12-hour challenge between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Just how it depends on how I split the hours up because of work. Some streams are 6 hours, some are 5, some are 4.5. Whatever, but that is going to be a thing this week. Who knows? That could be the new great speedrun. Am I going to do the no, I'm not. Range plus 2 randomly. Wow, nice. Yeah, it's not very good. I mean, you do get the true ending that way, but that's alright. Even off speedruns, I did it once when I was younger, or when I was younger, but when I first went back to this game, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. 'Cause it's like 80 floors worth of filling stuff, and then I don't know. I'm satisfied with the ending we get here. Just taking a bit is the real one. This is the pure take all the damage on. Yeah, it is a pain. Welcome on back, Kella. Hope you're having a good night. Always good to see ya. Ow. Ow. Yeah, it's a very good game. I'll say this too. Not counting Final Fantasy, like those games, this is the best of the PS1 Squaresoft titles. Now, not necessarily in the moment. When they originally released, I would have said I like Vagrant Story and Xenogears both better. But playing them now today, this one's held up the best. Not counting, like I said, Final Fantasy. Because those are, you know, those are high tier titles, but I'm in for everything else. Hated the second one, yeah, I'm not I'm not too fond of it either. I actually, it's one of my ones I might end up getting guilted into doing more of. But I tried to play a blind playthrough of it. I actually got the disc 2. Right at the start of disc 2, I got pushed off of a ledge by an enemy and died, and I had to go back to the last one. And I was already annoyed with a lot of the game as it was, because it has respawning enemies in a survival horror style game and stuff like that. And yeah, I was not too happy with it, so I'm just that happens a lot. I get pissy and I'll quit something. It's just the way it goes. But am I gonna play next? I don't know if I'm gonna do anything tonight. Otherwise, I will muggle. Sorry. I know that's your name. My eyes and brain were in one spot and my mouth was in another, I guess. But I don't know if I'm going to play anything else tonight. I'm actually not feeling the best. Having a bit of sinus issues, if you will, and it's wearing me out a bit from the day. I'll just put it like that. And so I might just do a run of this and that'll be it for tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing a lot of Bloodstained throughout the middle part of the week. Friday, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have family stuff that's going on that, depending on how things go, I might end up having to cancel stream. So we'll just have to see. Saturday, I have no idea what time I'm playing yet. Not on speedrun. We gotta beat the clock. I ain't got time for my learnings. Oh, I thought I already had the angle on that. Read that right at all. Unless it's something that accelerates the time it takes to finish the game, then I am not interested. Hey Dave, welcome on in. Or no, Devon, that's Devin. Sorry. Devin Era, welcome on in. And sorry, your my chat window has you on the bright colors for whatever reason. The damn thing changes everybody's colors on here, I think. But it was a little hard to read it, so sorry about that. But welcome on in. Yeah, Parasite Eve is actually a pretty good speed run if you take out the, there is a lot of button mashing, which is awful, but, when you're doing stuff like I am right now, it's actually pretty good. Like, Kella, but speaking of the name point, Kella, for example, I don't know what your color your name normally is, because I don't read it off the bot. But on here, your name is a very bright pink. Give you guys some perspective on that. It's oh, okay, it's something random. It's yellow for you, it's pink for me, so I mean, that's it. Kind of weird. But yeah, I've been running this for a little bit now. I think this is like my 10th run, 12th run maybe? Something like that. Can't wait to see you face the ultimate dickhead. I mean, Bing. Oops. I should have made an early mistake there. Oh yeah, we'll take him down. We will take down the ultimate baby rage. But yes, I will do that, Dev. That works for me. I'm much better with the shortening of names for sure. I still call half of my mods pretty much all by their old names, even to give you an idea. Most of them have changed their names on here, and I still call them by the old one. Maybe replay it this weekend after my Wednesday test. There you go. Yeah, even if you take your time and read everything, it still only takes about 12 hours, even that. It's a quick playthrough. I remember that was actually a big knock on the game when it originally came out, too. And it's like, yeah, it's actually pretty good length by today's standards. Biggest part of this run though, because you have to do so many of the fights anyway, it's not like some RPGs where you'll like get around that. The biggest thing is how you construct the gun. Because you can, but the final gun in this is insanely good. In the speedrun anyway, there's not guaranteed to get it. Quite as normal, but once you see it in action, it is crazy. What I'm using now kind of sucks because you can't target, but it does a ton of damage. It's a trade-off. So you're rolling the dice, which does make it frustrating from a speedrun standpoint too. Kill something. Nice. I want to take my test though, it's boring. You're not super worried about it. Oh, that's good. Well, I mean, just look at it this way. Legal ethics, oh god. I remember those days. But the worst part for college, to me anyway, is the fact that you have to take so many classes that have absolutely nothing to do with your major. At least that's the way it was for me. Oh gosh, they were always so bad. I had to take a physics course. That was the final class I took before I graduated. It was awful. I mean, if that's what you're into, it's fine, but man, I am definitely... that is not my wavelength at all. Oh, I thought that was going to be the kill shot. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that makes it a lot worse, Kella, knowing it's something that... yeah, it's probably important that you do well on, but you have absolutely no desire to do at all. Domination. You don't want to get hit by that because it can blind you, and blinding is very annoying in this game because basically it just means you have to stand there for like 30 seconds and wait until it goes away. Oh, the bats are the worst. They are the worst enemy in the game. Like, the centipede is a very frustrating boss, but the bats are hands down the worst enemy. The regular ones. Yeah, if you didn't know, there's a secret elevator here, either way. But you definitely want to get on. Take it to the 4th floor. You know, just look over everything and just make sure you're prepared is all I can say. I mean, don't overstudy because that can be just as bad to the point that, you know, you've read something so many times it's not going to sink in, but for the love of God, please don't let me be a reason, like a distraction from higher learning. I couldn't handle that. I can't handle that kind of responsibility. Over here. Should I get my... Oh, it's easy enough to do. It turns out all you have to do is take, well, the direction anyway, you have to move Aya is left one screen and then just down the rest and you're good. That's all it is. I was very frustrated when I started running this and I learned that's how easy it was. Because when I did the, you know, like the return playthrough, not really the blind one, and, like, oh, it's that easy. Oh. Great. Come on, no extra fight. Yeah. Take some time. Come on, no extra fight. Alright, now before we go into clamps, I'm going to do something I should have done the last time I played this. For one, go and use that. I should have used the medicine through there, but whatever. You need to make sure you have enough inventory space here, because you could accidentally screw something up. There we go. But you need to have 2 inventory slots here. And the thing is if you mash too quickly, Aya will take the item and you may replace it with something, because you have to take these items. So Aya may replace it with the first thing you hit, which could be one of those guns, which means you can't make the custom gun you need to, which means completing the game in the speedrun style is basically over. Orange nucleic slime T-Rex. Yep, here comes the Jello though, and there's item 1. We'll get the clamp key here in a minute. Hey Quake, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, the spontaneous combustion attack. It works for me. I'm all for it. Eve is a very effective villain. There's no doubt about that. Discovered a new podcast. An awesome new podcast. Very nice. And that is always good. She actually gets with, yeah. Yeah, she completes her goal. Now, Aya puts an end to the goal, but you're right. She does accomplish what she was there to do, which is give birth to the ultimate being. Kentucky Fried Clamp. Good for her. Hey, women don't, the girl power thing, the women own the survival horror genre. Let's be real. There's Aya, there's Jill, Claire. Please don't have one of these. You know what? You wanna blind me? Keep that. There's Heather and Silent Hill 3, yeah. Keep that, that's for blinding. There's a lot of them. Oh, I thought that was gonna be. Oh. There we go. Steve from Veronica X. Yeah. The guy that will infamously put lives at danger because he can't help but stare at Claire's ass for seconds. Father. Ow. It is very difficult to dodge that attack. Bad dino, right? just tanking it. It's for the sake of speed. Yeah. Okay, good. Health-wise, and the thing is, health-wise here, you don't have to heal. It actually will auto-heal you. Right here. There it is. The only horror about those games is the fact that you had to play them at all. I gotta get the scoop. There are boards and weapon and tools all around me, but I can't pick any of them up. Oh god, don't get me started on that, please. That brand of horror can go in the dumpster where it belongs. Conquer your greatest fears by running away from them. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, there's it. I should have used space there, but... Here's Rexy. Okay, it's okay. That's what we want. That's the gun right there. Alright, now we're cooking. Yeah, we got, this is the gun that, yeah, it was all worth it at this point. When you make this combination of weapon, basically. Because when we get our fight here, you'll see why I say that. Yeah. And it is all the power-ups we've been giving to the other weapons are stacked into it, because we've been keeping them alive since the very first gun, even. Father. Steve still has to wait all the way until the thing is like basically on top of Claire to kill it. You gotta accept it and move on. Alright. I warn y'all now, this is like a very long stretch of essentially nothing happening. Well, I mean, there are cutscenes going on and whatnot, but it's gonna be about like 8 to 10 minutes of me mashing, basically. I don't think I've ever once called my dad father like that. She just wants quiet now. Because she's in the, about the pop range. Oh, those legs there, those are the statue. She's sitting on a statue there. Just shoot her right, seriously. Instead, we let her form up all the random mitochondria she's been controlling to transport her to safely deliver the baby. Oh, I didn't either. Well, because I remember thinking the exact same thing, and then seeing these enough, I finally realized, it took me a bit to realize that's what it was. Would she ever do to anybody? Oh, she only, like, you know, has, killed thousands of people. It is planted to give birth to something that could, like, destroy the entire planet. Forcing the entire just about the entire evacuation of New York. I'm not sure if that's what she wants to do or not, to be honest. It's been a while since I've done the true plot run of this. Her direct reasoning, I'm a little unsure of. I think it's just the sake of nature. Like, she wants to give birth to the ultimate being, because it's a case of survival, I guess. It's nature of beings to reproduce and create new forms, I think. I don't totally know that though. And she's doing it by the means she knows how to. Never give me a call, oh yeah. Well, there is a reason we're able to kill it. And there's a reason why it comes out looking all creepy and purple and whatnot. Yeah. The way she manipulates the cells, that's like... And, harnesses cellular energy and whatnot. But yeah, she takes the control of the cells and ignites them or whatever. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's your baby. Hey, you never know. Of course, I was 11 years old, I think, when this game came out, so... I don't know, that might be a little bit difficult. That's why... Oh, God. And she definitely does that. She wrecks the piano. Oh gosh. There's a situation too where they could have made this like one really long cutscene, but they break it all up with dialogue here or there. So you do have to keep paying attention and mashing. You can't get up and I don't know, do something. Get to the bathroom, get a drink, whatever. See, one click there breaks up two cutscenes like that, and then there's another one. But yeah, they're blowing up because she's blowing up the ones that whose cells she can overheat, but she can't do that to Aya is the difference. No, it's Squaresoft. Why don't they do a remake? Probably because it wouldn't sell all that well. They did renew the license for it here recently, though, so they might be doing something with it. I'd imagine this game be tough to sell. Like, the people that like it love it, but, like, I wonder how much of a name it is you can market today. I would love to be wrong on that. I'm just... It's kind of like Resident Evil Code Veronica. We talked about that being remade. I kind of wonder about that, and there's just a lot of games like that. Where it's like a lot of people that played them in the time remember them fondly, but... One through the Metro games. Hey, there you go, Thrax. Eve's still there. He will defend her baby. Well, the thing is, too, you have to change, like, everything about it. I can't imagine, like, this fighting style existing today. I mean, I don't know. I'd love it to, though. Like I said, no, don't get me wrong there. All the weebs would make Eve their waifu. That is 100% true. Well, the thing is, too, and to your point with that, Kella, with science, science means you have to think. Thinking is something a lot of people nowadays don't want to do. I shouldn't say that, but it is a very complex story that I don't think a lot of gamers nowadays would want to bother with. Yeah, remember, there's a lot of people that play, like... Required attention in today's game is nowhere near as high as it was when these games came out. Hey, Wolfie, how are you? What's this? This is Parasite Eve, Wolfie. Doing good? Oh, that's good, man. Glad to hear it. Isn't Playboy just articles now, though? Damn confusion. Oh, what is that grab? Nice. I will give you fair warning, though, it is probably a shorter stream tonight. not exactly 100% tonight. So yeah, probably after this run I am going to be switching over. He's naked? Yeah, pretty much. There's some coverage, but for the most part, pretty much all the way. And he's dead. In that form, I would say no, Quake. That very last one, anyway. Everyone's a little odd, Wolfie. Oh god, slow talking on top of talking. Come on. Alright, here it comes. Get your baby rages ready. There's one ugly baby. It looks just like me, huh? I guess I do see the resemblance. That's right, Kella. Attack of demon, baby. Hold on, I got the weapon that'll kill it in one shot. Shut up, Maeda, you've talked enough. Get the hell out of here. Uh-oh. You little bastard. Actually, calling him a little bastard's kind of, accurate. I think she would have cared for it, and it would reach this phase in its existence, and then it would probably kill her. Because it's an adolescent and it wouldn't want to hear her shit anymore. How? That is insanely bad luck. Eesh. The Liberate only hit the top part for the most part, I guess. And here it is into adulthood. That's annoying. I had the potions to prevent that too, that's very annoying. There's no way I went through all of them that quick. So, after maturing, it turns into jelly. Some kind of jelly hentai tentacle thing. Because, I mean, that is what happens after you reach, you know, a certain age. I hate to break it to everyone. Nice. So since we're obviously not doing any damage to jelly form, Maeda's gonna give us the weapon that we should have given us beforehand, but he was too much of an idiot to not just say, hey, I got the thing that's gonna kill it. Perfect Muscle Man is not, right? Here comes Daniel. He's gonna fly in, absorb the fire that's shielding the area from the ultimate being, chuck the ammo that we need to kill it perfectly right to Aya, land in the water, and he'll be perfectly fine. Because video games. We're not done yet, though. We got a little bit more we gotta do. We're done fighting. So we shut off the jelly hentai tentacle thing's wings, but it's still alive. So we're gonna blow up the ship with it, and thankfully that'll be enough. Don't try to save here, by the way. You'll die if you do. I know this from experience. You were in. She waits for it, just so she could use the one-liner on it. We're in Hell's Kitchen. Wait for my setup line. Don't hit up to go up that ladder, by the way, or you'll die. Because it'll animate her to go back towards the ladder there. And you'll run right into it and it'll kill you. Yep, she sure did. Nice. So we also a little time on the fights, which doesn't surprise me. They didn't go great, but another Parasite Eve PD. Almost 3 minutes more shaved off. Yeah, the line there, the Hell's Kitchen line, I make no claims to support it, believe me. It's just the thing that happens.